okay, maybe this time I actually think there was something going on with his health and the time, right? He disappeared for 3 weeks. It does fit this recovery period. Whereas the last video we did, which, the amount of weird details and how quickly he resurfaced really didn't fit descriptions of a health issue. So let's talk about what happened this time. Okay, so this is from Radio Free Asia. It says official media suspect it is beautiful. It's a bad translation by Google. It's beautifying the Xi Jinping image. Foreign media's original picture shows Xi Jinping's face is darker. Okay, so on the left is from Reuters, on the right is from Xinhua News. But here's the key here. So Xi Jinping, the general secretary of the Communist Party of China, who is over 70 years old, has been in hiding for 3 weeks. There's been repeated reports of health problems. He recently met with General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, Su Lin, for 2 days in a row and returned to Beijing to attend 3 events, including a meeting with the entire Chinese Olympic delegation. However, the Chinese Communist Party media delayed more than 2 hours in publishing Xi Jinping's close-up photos, compared with the darkened face of foreign media. Xi Jinping's face in the CCP's mirror has become more beautiful and smoother. So this really all started to become a speculation when the Vietnamese media published this photo. Okay, so keep in mind, no Chinese state media published this photo. This is from Vietnam. Okay, and I think they're screwing with him because what people notice is here, the back of his head. Look, there's like a sharp 90-degree angle in his cut. Like, was the barber trying to do a fade, but accidentally went too far? Like, was he mad at Xi Jinping? Where is the barber? But seriously, jokes aside, something's wrong with the back of his hair, right? Okay, and this photo again is a little bit closer, and it looks like there's again that 90 degrees. So then people started to look, and this is the zoom in picture. You see exactly that really badly like right angle here. Okay, no normal barber does this unless maybe he was trying to get a mullet. He's trying to grow it out. I don't know. But the leader's image is the utmost important thing to uphold. So their makeup team, there's different ways to handle this, right? So I really don't understand why they didn't do something. Maybe they didn't expect the Vietnamese to publish this, so they didn't bother with filling it in. Or maybe this is some sort of injury or like a site of a recent surgery, possibly, that they can't cover it up. So that's really what prompted to me to ask this question to a medical friend of mine. Here's what he said. So for example, if this was a medical procedure, one of the possibility is something called let me show you the name. It's called a carotid endarterectomy. I butcher that name. I'm sorry. So what it is they make a small incision in the behind your neck here. So now this is a pretty bad like picture because obviously you can't show it when it's behind here. But so they make about a 5 centimeter or like about an inch, maybe an inch and a half cut. They go in, they take out the fat deposits from your artery, and then they, stitch it up, and you're discharged 5 to 7 days after. You get the stitching out, and then you do some post-op observation, obviously. But the recovery time is short. It's a minimal invasive surgery, and it's used to treat a stroke. Now, the reason why I say stroke is because there's photos of him that shows he walks kind of funny, especially on his left side. And so because your body crosses, right? So it makes sense if you look at this photo. I'll do the further one, that he's greeting like this. This would be the right side, and this is, his left leg. It crosses, so it does match. Now, stroke isn't the only thing. It could also be like a spine repair. It could be something else, something to do with brain. Who knows, right? There's many possibilities. I'm just telling you one of them. Okay, so like Radio Free Asia mentioned, for 2 hours, the Chinese state media really didn't show his close up for some reason. So this is a recording. I know it's a phone recording of a video. Okay, it's not mine, but this is from the Chinese state media again. You hear the sound of them talking, but you don't see any close ups. And I'll just fast scroll here. Okay, like they do cut to the flex, but they just don't cut a close up to him, which is very weird, right? Maybe they were still in the process of trying to determine the best angle. But afterwards, from the Chinese spokesperson, Oh, this part I'll talk a little bit about later. They started to publish these close-ups with that angle where you definitely don't see the other side of his neck. This was his meeting with the Olympics team. You see he's showing the other side now. He's showing this side. Okay, so this is your left. Same thing here. He's meeting with leaders. They're showing his full bodies shots now. They're showing his again. I think they put some beauty filter on him or something, or adjusted the lighting. I don't know. They're showing his full face, full body here. The other side again. It's this side, right? He's going in. He's shaking like that. Or no, I'm getting confused. Yeah, like this. Okay, and then he's also just all these different angles. And finally, you have the photo, the meeting with the Vietnamese General Secretary. Again, you won't see anything behind the neck here. He's meeting with them. They're all just showing the other side, right? So finally, they did get the touched up photos out. Okay, now obviously the Chinese state media is very consider like they consider the image of the leader to be the utmost important thing. So they have certain strict guidelines, how many seconds to film at a certain angle, what close up, how many seconds for that, right? With the arrangements of shots, all of that has to be down to the T. So it's not like they just deliberately didn't make that close up in the 2 minute video. Something did happen. Okay, so this is not just a rumor. This is actually a reality. Okay, so people are also speculating because they're making this big deal celebrating Deng Xiaoping's birth, the 120th year, right? That maybe Xi Jinping's regime is finally turning around and they're going to start to, reform and opening up and liberalize, right? It's wishful thinking because the reason is this year is the 120th anniversary. So for every the 5th or the 10th, right? So for the 100th, 105, 110, 115, 120, and 125, these dates every 5 years is considered like a much bigger deal for them. So they would put out a bigger sort of celebration for this guy. But don't let that fool you. They're not turning anyway around. Okay, they're staying on track to destroy, to go basically back to the Mao era. Okay, so with that all being said, okay, I'll show you the Olympics one more time. So they got a much closer shot of him, but they're still showing this side, right? They're not showing the other side, which is here. He's meeting with all the Olympics team. So at this point, they got that close up. Yeah, so it's fine. So you can actually study this, right? When Xi Jinping is in the frame, he gets the most amount of airtime, and then from about here on, which is this is 212, so 151. The rest of the CCP goons gets about 7 seconds in total. Okay, so there's very big details on that already. So it's weird for them to do that. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think it's a purely a health problem, or as some people speculate, maybe he did suffer a political defeat as well? In my view, not quite so, but he did disappear for 3 weeks, which is pretty weird, right? Because the video that we last did, which was July 17th or 18th, and then at the end of July, he disappeared. So 2 weeks after I talked about it, he disappeared. And then he just surfaced yesterday, which is like the 21st or the 20th. Uh, so yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe that this is a case, still a rumor, or do you think it's real? And subscribe to our channel and like this video as well. All right, that's it for today. Until next time, bye-bye.